Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Michael Bruen. Thank you for watching. During periods of extreme cold or extreme heat, medically fragile people such as the very young or the very old can be very vulnerable. A newly introduced bill is expected to improve the health and quality of life for Montgomery County's residents in need during the hot summer months. My MC Media's Jordan Lindsay has more.
Many Montgomery County residents who rent older and more affordable housing units do not have access to consistent air conditioning.
There's no requirement for working air conditioning in Montgomery County Housing Code. We require landlords to provide heat, but no requirement for air conditioning because our housing code was written before climate change became a life-threatening issue. It's now time for us to have that requirement in law.
Well, county council members plan to do something about it through a bill which will require a landlord to provide and maintain air conditioning service for rental housing throughout the county.
It requires indoor temperatures that don't exceed 80 degrees between May 1st and September 30th. It's complementary to our requirement for heating during the cold months, and it's in line with our emphasis on racial equity and social justice.
Many residents of the Charter House in Silver Spring attended the press conference.
And several residents in that building were hospitalized this summer.
Well, I think it's a bill that's been needed a long time.
Charter House resident Norma Hanna has experienced lack of air conditioning there firsthand.
In Charter House, we have had situations where the air conditioning comes on sometimes and it's off at other times, not only in the apartments but also in the common area.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, more than 600 people die every year nationwide from heat-related illnesses. Last year in Montgomery County, there were about 800 cases reported.
Maryland has already had several heat-related deaths this summer. While we won't have confirmed statistics for a little while, we do know in 2018 there were 28 deaths in Maryland due to extreme heat. 28.
I think that Tom Hooker sponsoring a bill like this is a good thing.
Reporting in Rockville, Jordan Lindsay for County Report This Week.
This week on the County Spanish Language Radio Show, Lorna Virgili talked to staff from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center. The center is currently encouraging adoptions and foster care for animals.
We're always in need of foster homes, especially during our busy seasons, which are during the summer months. A lot of times that's when we have the most kittens that need fosters, but we also always need dog fosters, and that's where we're really lacking in our fosters. So a lot of times dogs need a break from being in the shelter. They just need a weekend away even. And so we'd really love some more dog fosters who want to just invite an animal into their home, whether it be for a short stay or a long period of time, while they look for a new home. So fostering is so important. While we have, 30 dogs available for adoption, 40 cats around there, we have at least 70 animals currently in foster right now that are not available for adoption. So our foster needs are exponential. So we can always use new fosters because if they're not available for adoption yet, we need them to live somewhere.
For more information, you can visit the animal shelter in Durwood or call 240-773-5900 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD. Also, you can watch the entire show on the county's YouTube channel. On Saturday, September 14th, hundreds of climate activists gathered at the Silver Spring Civic Center for a town hall meeting called Climate Emergency, Montgomery County Responds. Participants heard from a panel of top elected officials and leading climate advocates as they discussed plans to dramatically cut the county's greenhouse gas emissions over the next 8 years. Organized by several area groups, the event featured speakers, the panel discussion, and offered time for the audience to ask questions and bring challenges to community leaders.
Many of us have been working on climate issues for years to address this emergency, and it's finally getting the traction, not quite that we need, but a lot more than we had even a year ago. It's the number one issue for Democratic primary voters. It's the reason somebody like Jay Inslee got in the Democratic primary race in the first place, and while he didn't catch fire, he's already gotten a lot done. He ran on an all-climate platform, and then when he gets out, Elizabeth Warren says, I'm going to just take over his whole platform. So that doesn't happen by itself. That happens because you and all of our friends all over the world and all over this country have created a market for it, a political market for it, because as they say, if the people lead, the leaders will follow. And that's what's happening finally on climate.
Montgomery County is asking business owners to take the For Business Climate Survey, an online survey designed to find out what business owners think about doing business in and with Montgomery County. The survey is the next part of the county's For Business initiative. Joining us to tell us more is Montgomery County Assistant Chief Administrative Officer Jerome Fletcher. Thanks for being with us. And what is this survey and why is it important?
Thank you for having me. Recently, County Executive Mark Ehrlich and Vice President of County Council Sydney Katz launched the For Business Initiative. The initiative was launched to make sure that regulations within the county are fair, efficient, and sensible. This allows us to have a greater connection with the business community to ensure that we are hearing from you as it relates to pain points that you are having so that we can remove them. Recently, following the For Business Initiative 6 listening sessions, we have launched a For Business Climate Survey. The climate survey is on our website. It closes on September 30th. It is 55 questions long, and we really encourage you to participate in this survey. You participating in this survey will allow us to hear from you, even though you were not able to be there in person, so that we can gather your feedback and start our process of reducing the barriers that make it hard for businesses to succeed in Montgomery County. Please take the survey. We want to be business friendly. That includes hearing and listening to you. By September 30th, thank you.
Jerome, thank you very much for being on. You can find the survey as well as much more information about the For Business Initiative on the county's website at montgomerycountymd.gov. The loss of trailblazing journalist Cokie Roberts is certainly felt here in Montgomery County. She lived in the county for more than 67 years. Roberts died recently because of complications from breast cancer. She was 75 years old. Roberts, the daughter of former U.S. representatives, grew up walking the streets of Bethesda as well as the halls of Congress. She became a seasoned Washington insider who developed a distinctive voice as a reporter and a commentator when few women had national profiles in the news business. A best-selling author and Emmy Award winner, Roberts was known to millions for both her reporting and commentaries, moving easily among radio, television, and print to explain the impact of world events and the intricacies of policy debates. And in books like Ladies of Liberty, The Women Who Shaped Our Nation, Capital Dames, The Civil War, and the Women of Washington, 1848-1868, she highlighted the often overlooked role of women in history, especially political history. Montgomery County and the world have certainly lost a remarkable woman and a journalist's voice. Coming up on County Report this week, Montgomery County employees came together to raise awareness about suicide. And we'll introduce you to our pets of the week, so stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
Save money and time with Ride-On's Kids Ride Free. That's 24/7 on all Ride-On routes, including Flex and most Metro bus routes in the county. Get a K-12 Youth Cruiser Smart Trip card at any Montgomery County Public Library or participating schools. Visit youthcruiser.com for what to bring. Then just tap the card on the fare box to ride. Get the card and get going with Ride-On's Kids Ride Free.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Michael Bruen. September is National Preparedness Month, and the county's Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security reminds residents to be prepared for potential emergencies or disasters. Joining us to tell us more is Joe Corona, Outreach Coordinator from the Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security. And Joe, welcome to the show. Tell us, what should people know about Week 4 in September?
Week 4 is Get Involved in Community Preparedness. There's a number of different teams within Montgomery County that provide resources during an emergency. Montgomery County CERT, the Community Organizations Active in Disaster. Consider that, but also work on being a support network for your family and neighbors and loved ones to make sure that you're helping them prepare as well as they're helping you prepare for an emergency.
Thanks, Joe, for the information. For more great tips, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/OEMHS. County residents are also reminded to sign up for Alert Montgomery, the county's official emergency alert system. To sign up, go to alert.montgomerycountymd.gov. According to the CDC, there is one death by suicide in the United States every 12 minutes. And according to the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, public safety employees are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than regular citizens. So on September 18th, Montgomery County staff came together to raise awareness and show support for those affected by suicide. The event was sponsored by the county's Department of Human Resources and had information tables, educational materials, and trained staff available to address issues or help educate workers on telltale signs for what to look for.
You know, it's a subject that not many people want to talk about, but unfortunately it's very prevalent in today's society. And we wanted to make sure we brought awareness to it, and we wanted employees to be comfortable with it, because we should be aware of our surroundings. We should be aware that maybe a coworker who sits next to us every single day could be going through something, and it could just be a gesture that we pick up on, and it could be as simple as saying, "Do you need to talk? I am here for you." Sometimes that's all that it takes. And those are the type of things that we wanted to bring awareness to and just make people, comfortable with the subject.
Rockville's mayor and council continues the city's Rockville Goes Purple campaign as it proclaims September to be National Recovery Month. Rockville 11's Greg Buchanan brings you the details.
Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville do hereby proclaim September 2019 as National Recovery Month and urge all people of Rockville to join the fight to prevent mental and substance use disorders and to support recovery efforts.
By proclaiming September to be National Recovery Month, Rockville's Mayor and Council continues the city's Rockville Goes Purple campaign. The city will continue to recognize National Recovery Month with a display of purple lights to boost awareness, and a partnership with the Knight Foundation to host the Race for Recovery on September 29th in Rockville Town Square. The Rockville Goes Purple initiative was launched to increase awareness of the dangers of opioid overdoses and reduce the number of lives lost to drug addiction. For more information, head to rockvillemd.gov/Rockville Goes Purple. For County Report This Week, I'm Craig Buchanan.
Celebrate National Voter Registration Day on September 24th. At certain locations, staff members will be present to assist in registering individuals to vote, verifying current voter registration, demonstrating Maryland's paper-based voting system, and providing information on how to volunteer to serve as an election worker for the upcoming presidential elections next year. Individuals age 16 or older are eligible to serve as an election worker, but must be registered to vote in the state of Maryland to serve. High school students serving as election workers may choose to earn up to 25 student service learning hours or be paid up to $210 stipend. For more election information, call 240-777-8500 or visit 777vote.org. Now it's time to meet our pets of the week. This week we want to introduce you to Tiger and White Paw, who are a pair of bonded brothers. Tiger is the shelter's largest cat, weighing in at 22 pounds. He is a huge guy, but he's very lovable. Tiger purrs as soon as he sees visitors at his kennel and can't get enough pats and chin scratches. He likes to lounge around and stretch out. He would make an amazing lap cat and is sure to snuggle. White Paw may be smaller in size, but has just as much love to give. White Paw loves to burrow into blankets and warm beds. But most of all, White Paw loves his big brother Tiger and will rest his head on his back or give him baths. If you're interested in Tiger and White Paw, you can visit the shelter's website at montgomerycountymd.gov/ASD to learn about the adoption process. And don't forget to follow Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MCASAC. With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember, you can find more information about Montgomery County at montgomerycountymd.gov or follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Michael Bruen. Thank you for watching.